Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here from Visualize DNZ. First up, I want to, in advance, apologise for the state of my fingers. Black ink everywhere, and the reason for that will become clear, but I've scrubbed them and used hand sanitizer and hand wash, and it's just not coming off. So there's that. Bit grubby, but it is actually ink. So I thought first up we'd do a little roundup of my birthday haul. It's not a huge haul. My mum, who was supposed to be coming out to see me on my birthday yesterday, I'm filming this on Wednesday, my birthday was yesterday on Tuesday, ended up not being well enough to come out, so I still haven't seen her. She's hoping to get out later in the week, which I hope she'll feel up to that, but we'll wait and see. So I've just got the gifts from my in-laws, who are so sweet. They put money in our accounts on our birthdays. So I went out yesterday and had a little spend. I've still got money left over from that gift, so save that for another day. But I've been wanting alcohol markers for a very long time. And I had, the week before, purchased these ones. They are Montmartre brand, $3 each, which I thought, you know, it's a pretty good price for an alcohol marker. Not the cheapest you can get, but by no means the dearest. They've got a fine bullet tip, and then a broad, like, chisel. I don't know if you call it chisel. Let me just grab the lid off. So that sort of tip on one end, and then your fine bullet on the other. I bought these colours for a specific project, and I absolutely loved them. I thought they worked really well. They blended without using a blender for what I was doing, but I was using colours that were fairly close together. Yeah, so I was really impressed by these. So I thought I wanted more. So that's the original 6 that I had bought the previous week. So they had this pack down at the shop for $19.50 for 12, which makes them even cheaper. So when I chose out those other 6, I made sure that those colours weren't in the set, because I was like, yeah, I'm going to get this set at some point, but I don't want to end up with double ups. And so I think this is the ones out of this pack, because I'd put them all together. 12 different colours and a really good selection. So from a grey through to brown, black, purple, blue, green, pink, yellow, orange, red. Really fun set, and I have swatched them all. They all are really pretty. Yeah, fun. Just fun. And at $19.50 they cost me for a set of 12, which made them under the $3 each. I thought that was a really good basic sort of colour range set of alcohol markers. So I've emptied out one of my drawers behind me, and that's where I'm storing them. I also picked up a couple of blenders. They were $4 for the 2. I have got alcohol marker blenders that I picked up years ago, but never had the alcohol markers. So I don't know where they are. So I thought, well, $4, I'll pick up another couple. It's easier than trying to hunt for the ones that I know I've got somewhere, which are actually a different brand as well. Not that I think it should matter overly much. Haven't tried these out yet, so I can't say how they work, but I picked up those. And then I picked up some more loose ones. So a couple of purples. This one is really, it's weird. Like, the name of the colour on it is dark blue light. Like, does that make sense to you? That's just the weirdest thing to call a colour. This is a light violet. The other one that was in the packet is deep violet. And when I swatched them out, I thought, gee, they're exactly the same. But when you swatch them side by side, there is definitely a difference. So they will actually blend together very, very well. very subtly, but there is a difference, which I'm pleased because I didn't want to end up with two of the exact same colour. So this terracotta is a orangey brown. That's actually really pretty. I like that one. A couple of reds there and a rose red, which is a very pinky colour, as is this one. Cherry pink, I'd say, is more red. So, you know, you can't really go by the names of the colours. But I think I've got a really good selection there. So I've got how many? 6, 12, 24... plus 2 blenders, so 24 markers plus 2 blenders. I think I'm doing fairly well, and I will work at getting the other colours in the set over time, but really happy. So lots of fun. So that's from my in-laws for my birthday. Now the next birthday present is what my husband got me, but a little disclaimer, I actually ordered everything, so I knew what I was getting, and then it arrived in time. It came from China. It's all from Temu, however you pronounce it. So I knew what I was getting, but he didn't. He knew the type of things I was getting. So waited till he got home from work last night to open it. So let's go through what I've got. It's a little eclectic mix of crafting stuff. So these washi tapes were part of what I got. Bought them individually. Just, you know, inexpensive. They were less than $1, just a couple of cents under $1 each. There's only 3 meters on the roll, which I think is fine for the price. So a purple gingham, a blue check, and those are both lovely. This one is kind of a pale red and pale green tartany type design. It does have a floor. It's got a red line down the side of it. I'm not upset about that because it's a colour that ties in with what's already on the roll. So not worried about it, and for the price. This one, on the other hand, I don't know whether you'll actually be able to see. I don't know if you can see. There's actually a black dashed line along one edge. And so I've already reviewed these, and I wanted to give it a 3-star because it's got a flaw. I'm not super worried about it, but it, you know, it is obvious. But I couldn't give it a 3-star rating without them saying, well, you know, if there's an issue, then apply for a refund or replacement. So I went through that process. I thought, oh well, I'm going to be honest. You know, if I knew it had that black line, I wouldn't have bought it. So I went ahead, and within 3 minutes, I had a refund in my account from that, and no need to send it back. So essentially, this one was free, and I will use it. Absolutely, I will use it. So that's 4 rolls of washi tape. Now I've been wanting some eyelets for my crocodile, and finding it very hard to get the right size. Not sure what the right size is. So I ordered these ones here, hoping they would be okay. These are actually a 1/4 inch. I measured them with my ruler, and the biggest size for the crocodile is 3/16 of an inch, which is just like a 1/16 of an inch smaller than these. So I thought I'd try them out. They came with washers, which I've never used before. These little metal discs. So I looked at the instructions, and the packet's opened because I had to test it out, and I tested it out this morning, and I managed to not center it, but that's, you know. And let me tell you, the crocodile, it worked fine. It worked. I'm super, super happy. So these 1/4 inch eyelets work absolutely fine. And the washers may be my new favorite thing with doing the eyelets, because you know how when you put an eyelet in, it breaks and you end up with the jagged sort of sections on the back. There's only one break in the back of the eyelet, and it's all neat. It's smooth to the touch. I love it. Like, I'm going to be ordering more in different colors. When I ordered these, I wasn't sure what color to go for, so I just went for black. oh, that it just feels like so nice, apart from that little break there where you can get a little catch, but it's not sharp. It's not what I'd call sharp. I guess it's a little sharp because it is metal. But basically, it just feels really nice and looks really professional, I would say. So that was a win. Like, love those. Super cool. And very happy to find those as an option for my crocodile. Okay, now we're getting to the reason I have black ink all over my fingers. I bought some ink cartridges for fountain pen because I have two fountain pens that have calligraphy nibs. So I've got this one and I've got this one. They're both old sets that came from various places, and I was hoping that they would fit. Unfortunately, this one is too big for this pen because there's something inside the chamber here that you can't get these down inside of. So it doesn't work for this pen. This pen, these are too small, and the attachment where it clicks into place is a different size, so it just falls off and then falls down inside the chamber here a long way from the nib and then just leaks. So that's why I've got black fingers. So unfortunately they don't work for those. I'll have to try and find a not too expensive option for these, because I've got a couple more cartridges for this, but I don't want to spend the earth on like the proper cartridges, if you can even get them for this one. I don't know. So I can still use these though, because I also ordered 2 of these sets of pens, and these are a fountain pen with 10 different coloured ink cartridges. So this one I've put the green one in, and I've tested it out, and in my second set, so I've got another set of these 10 colours and another pen. So in this second pen I've put one of these black cartridges, so they work fine in there. I'm just going to grab a bit of paper. They're really nice to write with, just an ordinary nib. Just lovely, work really well. And this is the green one, just to show you. So now I can put my coloured ones in this, and I can use the black cartridges in the other pen. And for the 2 pens and the 20 ink cartridges, that was like $3.50. I thought it was worth a risk to see if they were, okay, if they worked. And they work really nice, and they're nice to write with. So that was another one. And so I can still use my black cartridges in these pens. So that's also a win. Right, couple of laces. This lace, so these are 5-yard lengths, which is about 4.5 meters. This really pretty, it was called beige, but it's more of a lemon yellow to my eye. This one is quite scratchy, like I don't think you would ever use it on clothing, but for craft it's perfect. It is a little fluffy, hairy, it's got little fibres coming off it, but again for craft it just adds to that look. So I thought that was really pretty. And then this one, which is actually very sturdy, it's like a woven one. Love the colour. They had several colours in it, and I don't have a lot of blue, so I thought I'd go for a blue one. And it's really nice. Really, really love that one. It's got a nice feel to it too. It's a lot softer than the likes of this one. But, I do love lace, so it's very hard to turn up my nose at a bit of lace. Okay, I did get quite a few things in this birthday package. I got this stencil. Now, unfortunately, when they packaged it, it was bent around everything, kind of like this. So it does have a kink. But I think if I run my heat gun over it and then weight it under a book and let it go cold, it should flatten out fine. I will do that at some point. But I thought that was really, really pretty. I haven't used it yet, so I haven't tested it out. Then I finally got myself, which I'm super excited about, some guest checks. I've seen so many people use these online. I've got some digital ones, and the Creating with Jovi kit has some digital guest checks, but now I've got actual guest checks. And I've got this little thank you list. I mean, we just don't have these in New Zealand. So I thought they were fun. So I'm going to have fun creating ephemera with those. I got myself a couple of stamp sets, or rather my husband got me. There's this one. Sorry, it's probably all sort of reflecting on the acetate. Might be slightly better if I take it out of there. It's still got the plastic on it, of course. Come on, out you come. So this one, it's little ink bottles. That might be what the problem is. The two sheets were coming apart. So to give you a better look, I have stamped these. I stamped these last night. That one came out of there. This one I tried colouring with the alcohol markers. I think I chose the wrong colour. It doesn't show up that well on the brown paper. And the brown paper is super absorbent, so the alcohol markers spread very quickly and kind of went over the lines and stuff. But still, quite happy. And I think these are super cute. I just think they're adorable. Not sure whether I'll use the word stamps, like mood tape. I don't understand what mood tape is, what it's supposed to mean. I like the little banner, so maybe I can cut out the words out the middle and just use the little banner. This one is like I don't know whether it's an L or something, L account. I guess it could come in handy somewhere. And then fountain pen ink might be the one that I do use, because I really like the font and it stamps really clearly. But I thought these were super, super cute. So that's that stamp set. Running out of room to put everything. And then this second stamp set, I can't tell you how many things I put in my cart and then took back out again. Is this one. And I've been meaning to get one of these for quite a long time. They're the little coffee ring stamps with some splatters. Now they are quite small. These ones are about the size of a bottle cap. These ones are even smaller. So if you're looking for a life-size coffee ring, these are not it. But I think still very usable. Great to add just that texture onto an art journal page or a piece of ephemera or something. So I've been wanting those for a long time. Finally got them. Right. That's right. I had my crocodile out for a reason. So let's just do that because these packets are open and they're not resealable. So let's put them in one of these petitions. Yep, come, out you come. There we go. And we'll put the washers in the next compartment. And I think there's like 100 or something. But of course they're only black. So yeah, I definitely want to go and get more colours. Because I found I wasn't using my crocodile very often because I only had the eyelets that came with it. And that, you know, if you've got a tool and it does cool things, you want to be able to use it. So now I'm going to feel more confident in using it and using my supplies, knowing that these ones are going to work for it. So there we go. They're now at home in the case. Okay, now when I floated the idea of getting this stuff from Temu, there was a particular type of item that I said I wanted for my birthday, and so we're now getting to those items, and very quickly you're going to tell what those items are. So this box, first up. I'm going to open it up and you're going to very quickly realise what it is. I think. So I've got a little scoop and a little cradle and some tea light candles and some wax. This is champagne gold, little hexagon wax niblets. And then also, when I find which one it is, this one, a handle and a tree seal. So I've been thinking about wax seals for quite a wee while. When they first started coming into junk journaling and to any great degree, I was like, no, I don't need that. And then as I've seen what people have been doing with it, I like, oh, I really like that. Oh, maybe, yeah, no, I like that. And then it became something that I did want to start playing with. So my birthday was the perfect occasion to get everything I need to start playing. So I had already purchased a couple of wax seals with these cute little handles prior to my birthday. So this one's a bee and this one's a rose. So I've got those. They were separate purchase. And then I purchased a few other separate heads. So this was all one kit that came in that box. So this one's a mushroom one, which is these two are really heavy, really good quality. So that's a mushroom one. And then I've got this bow one, which is probably the lightest one I've got. And this one is another rose, but it's a different style to the other rose that I had already. And they just all go on to whichever handle, so they fit on these handles, which are plastic, or this wooden handle. The only problem with this wooden handle is that the screw attachment's actually crooked. It's on a lean. So when you screw on one of the seals, it's not on straight. Like, I don't think it will affect the use of it, but it just feels weird. Like, it feels wrong when you're putting it on. But not the end of the world, and I do have these other handles as well. So in this box was another lot of wax. Now, what was in this box? I can't remember what was. Something was in this box. Was it these wax beads? These ones are red gold. So I got myself in a different colour. I can't remember exactly what was in this box, but I do find it the perfect receptacle for my heads, my seals and my handles. And so you can bet I'm going to be adding to this collection over time and probably spending a little bit more money. Like this one was more money. It was like $6.50 compared to this one, which was like $1.50. Getting some good quality ones of different types. So over time I will build up my stash. So whatever came in this box, was it the wax? Maybe it was this wax came in that. I don't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's a perfect little container for that. Then I also got this, which is so cute. And it's a little stirring stick for, you know, mixing your wax, melting it nicely in there. And I thought that was really cute. I got a silicone mat, which again is super cute for putting your wax on so that you don't damage your surface and gives you a nice clean finish. Yeah, really cute. And I keep looking at this and thinking, I wonder, that'd look really good on a gel plate. I might have to buy another one because they're not expensive, like $1.50 or something, or $2, just to play with on the gel plate. And then the final thing I have to show you from this birthday haul is this set of wax beads. Just like, because I want to, you know, I want to play with colours. I love colours. And let me open this. This is so cute. Gorgeous little container, like actually quite reasonably sturdy, all partitioned off with these really cute little star wax beads. Some of them are pearl or metallic sort of look, probably more pearl finish, and some of them are flat colour like this one. They're just so cute. I don't know why they have to be different shapes. I think it's just the novelty factor, because they all melt down, you know, into a blob. So the shape doesn't really mean anything, just makes them fun. But aren't they super cute? So lots of fun to be had playing with these wonderful wax beads. And I have not tried any yet. I'm going out this morning. In fact, in about 40 minutes, I'm going to be picked up to go out. So I haven't got time to play now. But yeah, aren't they cool? So I'm looking forward to playing and seeing what I can produce. And I'm quite aware that my first few may not turn out so hot. You know, I think a bit of practice. So I'm kind of thinking, should I do it on camera? But bit risky, because that might just completely go to custard. So that is my birthday haul that my husband paid for, and I ordered. I did the selecting and ordering. Sorry, just getting a bit dry, so I had a quick sip of my coffee there. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm just going to check the time. Gosh, that took a lot longer than what I anticipated going over all that. I had thought that we would do some finishing of ephemera, because I've amassed, and this is not much of it, this is just some of it, bits of ephemera from Roxy's weekly challenge and from my own videos where I wasn't able to complete everything. And I thought, well, maybe we should spend a bit of time just doing, you know, fixing up some of these. Maybe this one, actually. Maybe we'll just take this one out and do a little bit on this. Just for a few minutes. So this is a bit of scrapbook paper that I made a flip down for the, what journal was it? The Mouse Travels journal. And I had this bit left over, and normally you would take out this top section and then just make another flip with this part. And I thought, I want to leave it in and do something with it. So I got as far as what I've done is I've left this as a flip out, so you have more journaling space, and then folded it back on itself to make a little pocket in here. And then down the bottom, the other flip out, I trimmed it back a bit and turned it into another pocket facing the other direction. So all it really needs is a bit of decorating. That's all it needs. This bit that was a flap, I actually cut off and glued it back on because it was going to be upside down. This bit I left upside down with the flap because there's only a small bit showing, and when there's something in that pocket it's going to cover more of it. But this one, because it was a bigger area, I just thought cut it off and glue it back down up the right way. So what would I like to add to this is the question. I am kind of thinking bird. And also book page. So just grabbing out a scrap of book page. And can we, because it's quite a vibrant colour there, find something that will actually, you know, not get lost and stand out and not clash. quite like the black. The black definitely doesn't get lost. I've got another black one here. I think I prefer this first fellow. He's kind of nice as well. I don't often pull the black ones, or I pull them and then reject them because they just, oh, that's nice too. I like that one. Or do I prefer this one? This one's got a bit more light in it, so I think he would find homes more places than this one would likely. And I do like him there. I think he's very bold, stands out beautifully. Okay, so I'm going to trim this bit of book page down a bit. Do we want to put him right in the middle? Oh, actually, he looks quite good right in the middle. I'm going to ink it. I haven't inked right around the edges. I've only done like the pockets before I glued them down. So I will ink all the way around. So to make one of these, you just score it into 3 equal parts, both directions, and then make cuts top and bottom and cut out. So like there's 1, 2, and 3. So you cut down there and along here, and then you do it the other direction from the bottom, so you end up with a middle bit and a bottom or top bit, and then a bit that you cut out. That probably makes no sense whatsoever. It's very hard to explain. I have done them on video before, and Gail Agostinelli has done them. That's where I learnt it from. I'm not even sure what they call it, maybe One Page Wonders or something. I think she got the idea from Corey Darman, who I've also watched make these, I believe. I think I did back a while ago. But yeah, if you search back in my playlist, if I can find it, I'll try and link the instructional video. But I can't guarantee that I'll find it because I can't remember exactly what they were called. But they're fun, and I forget about them. I made a whole bunch at the time, and then I've now used up all the ones I made, so I do actually need to make some more. Maybe I just do a new video on making them. If you would like that, please let me know. If you'd like to see a new video on making these scrapbook paper bits. So you get 2 out of 1 scrapbook sheet of paper. Yes, I think you look very fine on there, Mr. Birdie, or Mrs. Birdie. There's no bright colours on this one, so I don't know whether it's the male or the female. Whoops, just gouged out my glue stick on him. He seems to be a him in my language, so let's just call him a him and be done with it. Oh, yes, you're a very fine fellow. Get off some of that glue that I got on him. True to form, my nose is starting to drip. A silly thing. Okay, so we definitely need something else, don't we? Label. I'm just going to grab my small labels. I do have a couple of larger ones in here that I found floating around, and I just chucked them in here because I couldn't be bothered at the time getting my folio out. It's the height of laziness, isn't it? No, they're not working for me though, so maybe we need something bigger. Maybe something even vertical. Possibly. These cool shaped ones here. Hair oil. I like it, but I feel if it's going to be vertical, it needs to be all the way down maybe. Strawberry extract. And then that looks like two, yeah, so I don't like that either. This could be a mission, maybe the shape. I like that better because it's not similar height. Or just not sure about the colour. So I don't think we'll use that one. I do have another idea. I just got to try and reach around the camera. For these stamped ones that I've made, might be like a ticket. But not that one because I didn't stamp it very well. Or that one, but with something over top. We could do that. Maybe one of these little labels might work for that. Like that. Or do we have a different shape? Oh, my nose. Silly nose. This one could work quite well because it's got the orange on it. I like that. Okay, so we're going to use a little label. These are from the Junk Journal Studio. And we're going to use the stamped label. I would stamp it again if I wasn't going to cover it up. But I think just sitting there over is going to be fine. Now, do I want straight edges? My nose is running away with itself. All right, while I have a think about that edge, just going to pop these away. And this one, back where you go, over here. Sorry, I know I'm off camera, but I was just resting it in my lap. Right, so my problem is it's got a rough edge here and a straight edge over here. Does that matter? This has got a natural aging. I actually don't mind it. I'm just going to ink it and go with it. So add more aging, artificial aging to that edge and the rest of it. And around this wee label. Go. I'm getting low on glue sticks. I'm going to have to buy some more glue sticks. For ages there I had heaps, like 12 in reserve, and now I've got 3. It's amazing how you get through them. You just go from plenty to, ooh, getting a bit low there. Okay, yep. Just wondered whether I wanted to put it on the other side, but I don't. Always good to check it before you glue it down. So we're only going to get one piece of ephemera finished off, but that's better than nothing, isn't it? Okay, now I'm wondering whether I need something to bridge the gap between those, and so I am thinking a word might be in order. So I'm going to go for my stamped words and see if we can find something that might float our boat. I don't want a vertical word because I want something now that goes across. Oops, attaching themselves to my sleeve. Got a friend, but it's not doing it for me. Comfort, no. Home. Let's tear that off and have a look. I feel like it needs to be a longer word. We've got beauty is everywhere. No, too much. Oh, it's a hard road, people. It's a very hard road. Love warms every nest. I like the colour of that, actually. I also like the size. Okay, yep, that's it. Just when you think you're gonna crash and burn, that nothing's working, you find the right thing. So I don't know what journal this will go in. It will just go in my container of finished ephemera, ready to grab from. Okay, so that's that done. We can use this as writing space, but we might want to do something with it. Shall we try out the new stencil? Why not? Just to give it a little bit of something. Oops, lace on the floor. It's not ideal because it will pick up all the cat fur and stuff. I need something to put underneath it. Fold it out, so we're just doing this part. And what colour might we like? Oops. Could go green, because we've got green in this paper. Okay, let's go green. And I just want to go quite lightly, because I still want it to be capable of being written on. Extend that writing space, you know, because we like having space to write our thoughts or notes. Write a list, add a photo. And if you're adding a photo, well, it doesn't really matter what's underneath because you'll cover it with your photo, but you know. Yeah, I just did it very lightly, so hopefully you can see that. I do like that stencil. I think it's very pretty. It's going to be fun to use. Okay, so we've got a little slot in here to fill up. And I am wondering, I'll grab out the labels again, whether we just put one of the labels in there. Do we have... They're all the wrong orientation. This one, maybe. Yes, I like that in there. So that's from the Junk Journal Studio. It is quite light. It's only on photocopy paper, but I think that's quite good because it doesn't bulk up the piece, and it means somebody can glue it down somewhere if they want to, or just journal on the back of it if they desire. So it gives some options. So I'm just going to tuck it in there, which is fun. Now we've got a bigger pocket down here. So what might we like to put in there? I don't think I've got anything the right size for that pocket already done. And somehow, I got glue on my fingers. Don't know where that was from. And I've lost my tissue. Do apologise for having to blow my nose. Right, so let's get to business here. I've got 20 minutes at the most before I'm going to be picked up, and I need to still, make sure I'm ready and prepared to walk out the door. So I need to be done. So that's too tall. Let's first trim it down. It's just one of my glue pages from a Reader's Digest that I've folded in half when it got too gluey. I might have taken too much off then. But no, I think it works well. Okay, and I'm going to trim it down about there. It's just going to be a cute little journal card. I mean, isn't that going to make a cutest little card? Oh, gosh. The state of my fingers is bugging me. I know it will wear off, and wear off reasonably quickly, but it's like, at the moment, it's just bugging me. Right, so we need to back this. Let's do that. Do we want... That's pretty good size. You can still see the text underneath it, but that's fine. Not worried about that. It's just able to be written on. Lost my glue stick there for a moment. And this painter's masking paper that I'm going to back it with is light, because this is already 2 layers of book page. The lightness of this really works for not adding too much bulk. Gosh, can you tell my mind's already gone? Gone for the day, shall we say. It's busy thinking, what I need to do before I get picked up. What I need to take care of, things like making sure the fire's fed and banked down so it doesn't go out before I get back home. Yes, I've got shoes on. Yes, I've brushed my teeth. That's all good. Just the things that go through your brain when you're, heading out for a period. And because I haven't done a lot of that, it's kind of like I've got to remind myself of everything. Right, I'm just hunting in my scraps for something to cover that with. That might be quite nice. Picks up on some of the screen. I don't want it too matchy-matchy, but I do want it to be complementary as well. Maybe a bit of that. If we pop this underneath. And we've got stripes and stripes. Do we want the stripes to go a different way? Yes, I think we want the stripes to go a different way. So I'm just going to trim it off below where that circle is punched out of. And we want it on that side. Oh, actually that doesn't quite cover that corner, so I think we can pull it along a bit. So I'm going to have to be careful with placement using these scraps so that I don't end up with a tiny little piece poking out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over back and glue from this side so it goes in the exact place that I need it to go. Now I can do this bit. Now I'm just going to go in and glue all the rest. And I'm not going to end up with any accidents of misaligning it where I wanted it. Okay, and now I can choose whether I want to keep that or do something different. I think I don't want this straight edge, so I'm going to give it a bit more of a tear. There we go, and now I can just easily trim around it and we're good to go with the decorating. Glue's not dry, so it's all sticking to my scissors. More scraps, smaller scraps. I was thinking about rounding the corners, but I think I'm just going to leave them square. Just put the lid on my glue so it doesn't clog up on me. Can't do it one-handed. And you could actually write on this, really, but we're going to decorate it. Sponge crumbs. Right, so that's going to tuck in there. So I am thinking about a vertical word here. Joyful. Yep, that'll do. So that's a word from my Vertical Words Plus kit. It's mostly vertical words, and then there's a few horizontal ones and a few I want to say quotes, but they're not quotes. They're, I guess, kind of quotes. I don't know, little expressions like chase the rainbows, that type of thing. Pop you there, and some sort of image. What would we like? I am thinking butterfly. Oh, or perhaps I've got some collage fodder I made. Do we want to use one of those? Ooh. Ooh, yes, maybe we want to go this direction. Not that one. I feel this one works really well. This one's too big. That one's quite nice. Still liking that one more though. Or we've got these stamped pieces that I did as well. That's too big. A couple of birds, but the wrong colour. No, I think I'm going to go with this because I really like that there. I think the colours work. The size works. It's a match made almost in heaven. So, sorry butterflies, you're going back. Right, I do want to ink this up a bit. This is on watercolour paper, which I don't, just want to get that out of the firing line of the sponge crumbs. I don't think I've ever inked up a bit of watercolour paper before. Just give it a bit of that edge. Oops, it's got a weak point there. I have to be careful that doesn't come adrift. That top petal. Oh, now I'm going froggy. Must be time I wrap this video up, hey? Must be talking too much. And that's with the silent periods where I just said nothing at all. And I've got such a mess everywhere. I think I do want a bit of book page though. Or music. Do I want music? Oops, that was a bad tear. I think I need it, if I use that, I need it to be across this way rather than up and down. So let's see if I can find another bit. I'm sure I've got another bit. Yes, here we go. Music is joyful, isn't it? I should have perhaps put it under the word, but never mind. Yes. Okay, yeah. Just want to trim it. So it's going to sit right on the edge of the journal card. That's what I'm wanting. I'm not going to ink it. As you probably guessed, since I went straight to gluing. And let's put some tacky glue on this fellow since it's a bit heavier. Sorry, there goes the silence again. It's 10 minutes till pickup time. We're going to make it. We are going to make it. There we go. Oh, whoops. Trim that off. And just ink that edge. There we go. Just a cute little baby journal card that slides in there. Oops. Only thing we haven't done is decorate up this piece. But we don't need to. I mean, it is decorative. We could also decorate this if we chose. But I think I'm going to leave it like that. I think there's enough going on that it doesn't really need decorating unless we just popped a word on, but then we've got a word poking out here. So no, I'm good with that. I think that is fine. So there we go. We have finished a piece of ephemera. Yay! Little by little, we will get it done. So we may not have got a lot done, but we got something done, and we've got to celebrate that, or I've got to celebrate that. I need to clean my stencil off. I need to do a massive clean up because I've just got stuff everywhere. I hope you enjoy seeing my little birthday haul. Lots of fun to be had in the future, I believe. Yeah, let me know if you'd like a fresh video on making this type of thing. But for today, I'm calling it a day because I've now got 8 minutes and counting. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye for now.